Hello beautiful people, Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Album review time, and 2 years since the release of the debut album MCL XXX. It is time for the Kraken to rise once again. March of the Gods will be released on April 18th, 2025. MCL XXX was such a banger. I reviewed it back when it was released in 2023 and summed it up as an album that delivered on King Kraken's promise of addictive hard rock heaviness and groove combined with a love for sci-fi and horror. It was so good in fact that following it up is one hell of a task. Good thing they're well and truly up for the challenge, eh? The groovy riffs of Scream, combined with the hefty drum beats and the commanding power of the vocals, are immediately addictive. And then the chorus hits. King Kraken have clearly been thinking about anthems. Live anthems this time around, and this is a sign of that. No complaints though. It and the following dynamism of El Giganto and headbanging intensity of Berserker kicks so much ass. Talk about a band sounding so in touch with each other. King Kraken couldn't have got the album off to a stronger start with a trio of absolute bangers, but it also makes it apparent that this album is all killer, no filler, and to further solidify that point, along comes the title track. Hell frickin' yeah, this is the groovy stuff I am here for, and King Kraken put a stupid smile on my face with a body shaker of a hit. If you want to show someone how good this band is when they just rock it up, this is the track you play them. However, and this is fascinating, it is just one side to King Kraken, and it's quite something to have this followed by Hero. Now I'm going to defer to the words I wrote in the Single Slam, which is our weekly written single review roundup. I wrote this in February when the track was first released. Now I'm basically just going to read it verbatim because I think it still applies and still works for how incredible this song is. Incredible. It simply doesn't get more personal than this, and even though it is such a different type of song for the band, they throw their all into delivering something so memorable. Who would have expected King Kraken to throw at something so dramatic, so powerful, and so heavy with emotion? Hugely impressive.
The love you gave, the man you made, and I'm not the only
Having heard it multiple times and hearing it in the album context, I appreciate this track even more. It is special. Take a deep bloody breath though, there's still so much to come, and the thick riffs, smooth vocals and headbanging groove is back with massive aplomb on Vigilante, a track with a sludgy tempo twist too. Then there is Preacher, a track with more elaborate guitar rhythms that give it a grungy flavour in places. And Magnum Opus, a track that lets the vocals dictate the pace. It might not be the album's magnum opus, but it is another absolute banger from King Kraken. Inspired by the Evil Dead and delivering the kind of groove to even get a Deadite moving, Chainsaw Savior is going to sound immense live, all because of its revved up chorus and brash guitar soloing. It is the penultimate track, which means sadly, Under the Sun is the finale, and it sees King Kraken going out with a mighty bang, a slower, chilled but thick sounding bang. It's simple, they've outdone themselves. Somehow they've outdone themselves. March of the Gods is an album of the year contender, in my opinion, no question. It is out April 18th, 2025, and you need to check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.